We finally got the winner. Who will be challenging the OKC Thunder? So it's going to be the Nuggets. Who y'all got?
OKC, but I think I want to take OKC in six. I
Hmm.
like the Nuggets. I liked a lot of the fight that the Nuggets showed in this series. I think that we finally saw last playoffs last year, Jamal Murray was not really good at all. Um, And I think we're finally like he's kind of getting back to like he hit big shots, but outside of that, he didn't have like he wasn't having complete games. And
Hmm.
we saw that a couple of times this series of him actually having like complete games, knocking down all those hard shots that like we had seen him do when they were on their championship run and in the years prior when he was, dropping 50 and stuff like that. So I think that they're in a really good groove, and especially if Michael Porter can just give you like 15 and be a little consistent, and Braun was looking good, and Aaron Gordon, a lot of their pieces are starting to look really nice. So I like them to try and at least get 2 games, but I think OKC is going to be super well rested. Uh, they're also they're the best defensive team in the league, and Shea, if he's, that's the crazy thing is Shea wasn't even great in their first round series, but they were destroying the Grizzlies so much that it didn't really matter. So if
Hmm.
he's gonna, start to play like himself, I think that it'd be hard for me to not take them in that series.
Yeah, I like OKC in six as well too. I just think going through that 7 game series versus getting damn near felt like a whole month of vacation time to rest their bodies is going to serve them a lot of justice as well too. Um, I don't see Russell. Like the thing is, I love Russell Westbrook, but for this past 2 weeks, it was fuck you, Russell Westbrook, just because going up against my favorite player, Kawhi and the Clippers. But I do not see him hitting threes at a high clip like that as well too. And I feel like Braun's gonna come back down to earth as well too. Because not only were they doing that at home, they were doing that shit on the road as well too. And if you guys have been to a Clippers game, the Clippers fan base ain't really like that as well too. So we're gonna see if they're hitting them shots in OKC because OKC for a small market team, they show up and show out over there as well too. So I think we're really gonna see a great bench battle, but also with Jamal Murray. Like you said, he didn't play as well as we thought he was going to play last year, as well too. And like you said, OKC has the best defense in the NBA from start to finish, and you got a good amount of bodies to bother Jamal Murray, picking him up full court, really making it tough, and really having to get into his bag as well too. So when you really looked at the Clippers, I mean, Derrick Jones Jr. played the best he could, and Dunn did as well too. But when you can't produce on offense, then your defense is going to suffer because you're going to have to make adjustments. And with OKC, like all of them damn near can shoot. And the gaps that they had to fill last year, they filled with adding a big and Hartenstein. So they're going to be good with the boards. Joker's going to do what he's going to do, but I think you're still going to make it hard for him, but he's still going to do what he's going to do. But you ensured that bigger player right there. And then they got Alex Caruso, who they swapped out for Josh Giddey as well, too, another 3-and-D defender. So I think their depth, I think they're more athletic. I think they have a coaching edge, and the home court advantage is going to work for them. And them being well rested is going to serve them justice. So I got them at six.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Oklahoma City in five. I think that they'll
Damn,
get
five.
they'll get the first 2 games, and then I think Denver will get probably their first home game at home, and then they'll try to make it interesting. But then I think that they'll then Oklahoma City will win the next 2 games. I'm just more interested in the storyline, just like the MVP candidate going up against MVP candidate. I think basically everything that you said, sees is what I think as well about Oklahoma City's advantages. And yeah, I mean, shit, like Denver just can't go as deep. So the fact that they came out of that 7 game series and other team is rested, so long as Oklahoma City comes out sharp enough to win that first game to set the tone, I think that Denver will realize pretty quickly the difference between what they have and what they don't. So
Mm-hmm. And a lot of times in the series before with the Clippers, like when Denver didn't play zone, like I'm thinking James Harden is and Kawhi are gonna try to get the switch on MPJ or Joker. Like you ain't even really make Joker really work like that defensively. So Shea with that 5 out offense, damn near, it's gonna be interesting to see what he do dancing. So they ain't really knowing to guard him on that squad. So he should average his regular season numbers And when you see the whole MVP situation, that's a nice sell. Don't they give MVP out in the second round too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
so I can see something where they announce it because normally it's in front of the home crowd too. So I can see a game one or game two. So that should be a vibe. But both of them are gonna play well, but one team's just better than the other.
That
Um,
is real quick. I will say I think that Jokic is going to have a way better series against them than I think he did against the Clippers. I
oh
think
yeah,
that
absolutely.
Zubac, yeah, Zubac is a man, like that is a
Hmm.
big dude. He's going to be playing against Chet, and I know Hartenstein is big too, but I don't, I just don't see them giving him the same amount of trouble that he was getting from the Clippers. So I
Yeah,
think that he's going to have a better series.
yeah. Shout out to Big Zoo, man. Played great 1 through 6, game seven. Sorry.
Fucking
Um,
Magic Johnson, bro. Just sent him for no reason.
Bro, y'all
Just
would have
wanted to
got.
send.
I was talking to my brother the other day. Y'all would have traded him regardless. Like you
Yeah,
already
he wouldn't
know
still
he
be
was
on the
going to
team.
trade
There's
him.
no way.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it's LeBron's fault. Honestly, he don't want no youngins. He don't want no babies on the squad, bro.